Hi, I'm Illinois State Comptroller Susana Mendoza. I'm reaching out to you with an update about our state's finances because the state's unprecedented fiscal crisis is quickly taking a dangerous turn. Two things are set to happen on Friday. Number one, the state's fiscal year will end, and the governor and legislators need to agree on a budget by the end of the day Friday to avoid disaster. Number two, a federal judge may rule on how much money my office needs to divert away from the state's core priorities to managed care organizations, or MCOs, that provide health care to the state's Medicaid recipients. Over the last 2 years, our bill backlog has more than tripled. As you probably know, the state of Illinois owes its vendors more than $15 billion and owes an obscene amount of over $800 million of late payment interest penalties on those late bills. Without a budget, the state does not have the money to pay them. As the state's chief fiscal and accountability officer, I want to be clear. Without a comprehensive budget solution, this ruling due on Friday will create a critical breaking point. We've seen the state suffer through a series of disasters due to the budget impasse, but without a comprehensive budget solution, it's going to get much worse very quickly. The MCOs providing health care to Medicaid recipients are owed a total of more than $3.1 billion. A federal court has ordered the Office of the Comptroller to begin making even larger payments than we've already been making to the MCOs every month. They have asked for an extra $500 million to $1 billion a month. Even without this devastating mandate from the courts, we forecast a revenue shortfall of $185 million in August that will prevent us, as early as August, from covering even our most basic core priorities. The numbers we project for this fall are even worse. You might be wondering, where do all your tax dollars go? Well, here's the problem. When the 5% income tax expired in 2015, yet no budget was passed to address that shortfall, or cuts implemented to reflect reduced revenues, a huge hole was blown in the state's finances. As a result, over the last year alone, state expenditures outpaced revenues by an average of $600 million a month. My office, the Office of Comptroller, managed by triaging and providing funds to services for children and seniors. Through careful stewardship of state resources, we have worked to shield the state's most vulnerable. And I'm proud of how my office has kept the state from going off the rails. But without a comprehensive budget solution, that all changes. Derailment is imminent. There will be no money, not a penny available for hardship cases, such as social service agencies, domestic violence shelters, mental health facilities, and senior and hospice care facilities. Many of these entities will close. The unthinkable is now very likely. Delayed pension payments to Illinois' retired teachers and workers are one possibility, but delaying pension payments will likely result in further credit downgrades, so it's not a painless choice. The state could miss payroll for employees, even though payroll is another court-ordered payment. The point is that in August, we will have more state-mandated and court-ordered payments than revenue available to meet those demands, so they're no longer safe. Funds for local governments, categorical school payments, and general state aid payments for K through 12 schools are also on the table. That means that schools across the state may not be able to open on time. This is not a false alarm. To prevent the state from defaulting on its loans, the only area off limits is debt service on Illinois bonds. The only reason Illinois can still borrow critical funds that will be vital to our eventual recovery, albeit at painfully high interest rates, is because in modern history, we have never defaulted on our debt service payments. The day that happens, you can kiss what little is left of this state goodbye. People in Illinois care about the safety net agencies that provide services to people in need. We love our local schools and institutions of higher learning. Since I took office, I've committed every waking moment to protecting the people and institutions we hold dear, but there is no way to triage this desperate of a situation. To avoid a full-on disaster, the state of Illinois needs accountable leadership and compromise that delivers a comprehensive budget solution. This plan must include an immediate borrowing plan to reduce the bill backlog, spending cuts, and new revenue to address a structural imbalance in our state finances. This is a simple matter of dollars and cents. To survive and serve the people of Illinois, the state needs cash flow, and we need it now. I have formally communicated this message in the starkest terms to the governor, to the leaders, and the legislature. The courts have spoken as well. I am now directly communicating with you, the people of Illinois, because I believe that the strongest voice in government is yours. It's time for the governor and the members of the General Assembly to deliver a comprehensive budget solution to the people of our great state. Unless they settle on a comprehensive budget by midnight on Friday, Illinoisans must brace for maximum impact. Please use your voice. Call them and tell them exactly that. Thank you for your time.